Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever when you're listening to this. Welcome to Just a Fan Podcast, episode 12. I'm your host, Skullcap, and how is everybody doing this evening? Or, well, I just explained, morning, good night, or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to begin with the podcast like that, but it sounds pretty good. I sound like a professional that's getting paid, but I'm really not. Well, to start off with the test, I wanted to talk about Extra Life, where I teamed up with it's going to be like a month away for a playing 24-hour gaming marathon. I teamed up with Extra Life so I can help out Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and we play 24-hour video games to show to show to show like what we're doing, like to help kids, like help injured and sick kids, and so. I don't know why I can't remember this, but November 7th, so a month away, I'm gonna play. Everybody like basically like around the world is gonna play video games for like 24 hours straight, gaming marathon. So if you want to join, go ahead and sign up at extra-life.org. Yes, I will say minus sign because I have no idea what that is, but that's how you get on the site, and then you can go ahead either donate money for anybody, like for any hospital that they're representing, or you can go ahead and sign up yourself. So then you can go ahead and do the game. Like as soon as you sign up, you're commended to do 24 hours, or well, they're reasonable, so you don't necessarily have to do this. Well, anyway, I'm like all over the place for some reason. So if you're interested in playing video games and helping kids get healed, sick and injured, go ahead and sign up for Extra Life today, and hope to see you on either Twitch TV or YouTube gaming, streaming, or tweeting on Twitter, or anything. So hope to see you then, because it was a blast. I'll have a podcast. I'll talk in another episode how much I had a great time with that. And the next thing, I finished. I don't normally read books, but I like when they're audio tapes. So I went to Audible.com, and it was kind of it's not that expensive, but it was like more than what you went on Amazon. And well, Audible is like, I guess, a deal where you pay one thing. Well, when you sign up, you get it for free, but then you got to pay per month to get ultimate, audiobooks. But I went on Amazon to get this book. I got The Nerdist Way by Chris Hardwick, How to Reach the Next Level in Real Life. I really did enjoy this book. This book is like, it's not really like how the tips of actual how to defeat life. It's just mostly how to bring yourself out into this world where it's kind of tough. And I really did appreciate this book. I like Chris Hardwick. He's on at Midnight, The Talking Dead. He has his own Nerdist podcast. There are the reasons why I'm doing a podcast, even though it sounds like I'm not doing a great job. But it doesn't matter. I just want to talk about cool and amazing things. Excuse me. And I like the book because it just gives you more of confidence and ways how to get your mind set out of what you're thinking. Like what I always look at it, where society programmed your brain for one thing only, and then you can't really think outside the box. Well, this thing gets you reprogrammed a little bit. Like it kind of depends how you look at the book, and it puts stuff that you could put in real life. Like there's a thing where D&D's like Avatar. Like I never played the D&D where you can create your own character and all that other stuff, and then there's a dungeon master where they create quests. And well, he had it where you can create a way how you can put this in real life, where you could put a character, your avatar, and then you could just build it up. And I'm gonna go re-listen to it, because I think it's like 10 points, or like every so many points where you do something new or something that week that you accomplish, you can keep adding more points, like 100 a week or something like that, and keep leveling up in real life. And it's something really fun, so I want to go ahead and try that out. And then he also gives tips on what was going on with him himself, but it's just a lot of tips on like how to defeat the conscious of your brain, that your brain does fool you a lot. and it helps you like get the brain working and stuff. There's a part where also where you can he gives you tips of how to start working out. That part I didn't really care for because I'm already doing yoga, so it was okay. I mean, it had a whole bunch of stuff though because he has this special his trainer that gave him tips, and that's why he's like the way he looks today. So I'm yammering too much, but anyway, this is a great book. I recommend you just like read the sample or listen to the sample. It's a book or audio, and I would recommend it. If you like Chris Hardwick, this is the book for you. If you like nerdy stuff, if you like nerdy things, this is the book for you. And if you're a fan, this is the book for you. And if you're not into any of that, guess what? This is not the book for you. But you know what? Why label it? Go ahead and check it out the Nerdist way on Audible.com or Amazon. Amazon was a little cheaper for me, but either or. So over the weekend, I saw Transylvania. I'm like all over the place. It's like early right now, and it's not an excuse, but I just like to say stuff that it's an excuse. Hotel Transylvania 2, where Adam Sandler's Count Dracula, and it was this one was way better than the first one. Like the first one, you get like 4 stars because I liked it where there was monsters and it was a hotel, and then there's a human that everybody was like frightened of, but then they got mad or something like that. Trying to hide it from the human culture. Now they're all together in this one, and it made 10 times more. It's like Adam's like there's a lot of people out there where it's like Adam Sandler movies, because like I guess they go over and beyond. But the way I look at it, it's like a flip of the coin. I'm like, either you're getting like 50% of awesomeness, they didn't overdo it, or you're getting the other 50 where they kind of overdid it. Like, was it Grown Ups? Grown Ups 2. Grown Ups I liked, where it was just nice and simple, but then Grown Ups 2, it's like they went over and beyond for no reason. I don't understand that. Pixels I really liked, where it's like they had some like awkward moments in that one, but then you go on to the video game section, it was like amazing. So it just depends how you look at it with Adam Sandler movies. This one was like the top one where you have to go see because it's for everybody. It's for families and stuff. So the whole point of the movie is where his daughter, was it Madison? Mavis and the human Johnny, got married, had a kid, and then the whole point of the movie is Dracula is trying to say that his grandkid is a count, is a vampire, and he was trying to get his fangs the whole time. So it's kind of fun how he's trying to scare them out or something like that. So it's kind of funny how him and the gang, the werewolf, the mummy, the Frankenstein is trying to like show him how to scare people or scare himself, and they're just like they're kind of bad at it because they've been out of touch for so long. So that was pretty funny to me. So it's amazing. Don't miss it. It's 5 stars to me, and so yeah, this is a great Halloween family flick. Now, I want to talk about like really not too quick, but quick enough. I want to talk about like phones, like when to turn them off before the movie starts or something like that. I had a thing like years ago with Pirates of the Caribbean where the trailer has not started yet. I mean, they had the sign where it's kind of like, oh, turn your phone off or something. Like, so I was turning it off, and then this old guy was just saying, turn off your phone, sir, turn off your phone, sir, turn off your phone, sir. And I was trying to explain if he was like more of a gentleman, that I was turning it off, and it was taking a little bit, but he was being a dick. So I was getting really mad at him, and I really wanted to punch him in the face because he wouldn't just shut up. But then after a while, it was okay. He didn't ruin anything. I didn't really want to get kicked out of the theater. But I'm just saying, like, when is it the right time to tell somebody, hey, do you mind turning your phone off? Or when is the right time to, hey, relax and just let it go until the movie's... I say after the trailers. Trailers is like the second point. Like, you got the one point where you're sitting there and there's the lights. And then you got the dim lights with the trailers. That's where, like, the second point before the beyond of the movie. I think you still have a little time. Yeah, it's a little bright, but it's just trailers. Relax, people. There's just trailers. And then when the movie starts, then yes, if they're still playing on their stupid phone, go unleash, not the fury, but with your anger, and then go tattle on the guy or person. I mean, that's how I look. That's how I look at it. I mean, trailers are trailers. I turn off my phone so I can see the trailers because I'm into the trailers. But if if you're not and you look on your phone, fine. I agree that if they're just trailers, whatever. But if it's a regular movie, hey, turn your phone off. Don't be a jerk like that. Go outside and play on your phone like they ask. So, I mean, that's when I think you should turn your phone off. I mean, like, have it on silent automatically and then fiddle around with your phone for a while. But when that movie starts, you turn that crap off or we'll all gang up on you. How about that? All right. Enough about that. Let's talk about why you're here. We're talking about The Big Bang Theory Season 9, Episode 2. There was another great episode. Hey, there's a lot of Big Bang Theory fans that well, I don't want to be that guy where it's like they claim to be fans, but no, there's a lot of fans who are like, last episode wasn't as good, but this episode was pretty good because I guess there's a lot of like life going on in there. Like, this is the reason why I like the characters. For them to evolve so they can have fun. There are going to be bumps in the road, problems that they need to be solved and how to figure out. I mean, this is like life right here, and I don't think the writers are lazy. If the writers were lazy, they wouldn't have all this dilemma and stuff. If they really wanted to be like so-called lazy, they wouldn't have where Leonard 2 years ago kissed a girl. They would have it where they had a happily ever after. But guess what? Life ain't that way. It needs to be worked on. You got to work at your relationship, and that's why I like when these guys have relationships, because it shows that, for one, you can have one. For number two, it shows that it can actually affect you in your life too. Yeah, this is all could be real. You can't just have like happily ever after. And if that were to be true, then guess what? You having an awesome marriage. But if you're having a denial marriage, and like these two that Leonard and Penny are not talking, then you're having a denial marriage, I believe. But I'm not no marriage counselor. I just watch a lot of marriage boot camp and other things. I'm just saying, like, the guys can have fun like they used to, but I like to see them evolve as characters, that I do really enjoy this program. So how about we just relax, forget about what the writers do, because guess what? I think it takes a ton of work to do what these writers do, and it's amazing stuff what they do. So just calm it down, fans. Come on, give them a chance. Most of these episodes, if you actually watch the panels, are mostly what they did in their life as themselves, like the drone and I think there was like some other issues too, like what happened in their life. So it makes me wonder, did somebody go through a marriage like this? Or maybe they just came up, or halfway came up, and they just added the things in there? I mean, you don't know. So just relax. Let's enjoy the rest of the thing. Yes, everything's not all a bunch of laughs, but yeah, I know it's a comedy show, but it's not have to be, left and right stop laughs all the time. I like a little bit of both. So anyway, talk about this Monday's episode. We're back to where Leonard's all worried about if Penny's going to be with him or not. Or so in the beginning scene of the episode, Leonard's still up. He's all worried. And then it's late at night in his robe, and then Sheldon's up. He's in his robe. He's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "No, or I wouldn't be up." Then Penny comes over. She's in her robe. Everybody's up from this point. So then Sheldon had the bright idea, since everybody's up and worried, that, you know what? Penny should kiss a guy, random guy, and it should end it. And Leonard's like, "Wait, what?" And then Penny's like, "Yeah, why not?" And then Sheldon comes up and is like, "I'm single." She's like, "Yes, you are." So then Leonard's like, "What is happening?" He's like, "Your friend is trying to save your marriage," and he goes after her and just lip locks her. So he's getting into it, and I understand. Well, hold on, he's getting into it, and then she got into it, and then Leonard wakes up. So now when Sheldon started kissing Penny, I was like, wait a minute, this cannot be real, because he was getting into it, because he's like inexperienced when he's like trying to fake kiss or a real kiss or whatever. He's just starting this stuff out. So I believed it for a moment until Penny put her leg up to get into it more, and I'm like, okay, it's a dream. And then he woke up, and then I'm like, okay, I already knew that was a dream, because Penny would never. I mean, I would see her like, still in that one position, and it would have got me through the whole time until he woke up. But until she got into it, yeah, I didn't buy it after that. So so that the whole situation is like how they're gonna get through this, and I hope they do get through this, about what he did with Mandy Chow, with Mandy, and still sees her every day. And it's kind of funny, in this episode we see her after all the times we're in that lunchroom, but I guess there's different times they probably see her. So then the other thing was, they Sheldon, Penny, and Leonard go back, and then they're like, the question is, should Penny meet the other woman? Now that could, and he did say, like, because her thoughts are running wild, so she, to calm them down, maybe she should actually talk to the girl. But it could be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, would you want to meet the cheater? Because let's put it this way, it'd be like a whole Jerry Springer moment, where it's like, you think you're okay, but then when you see that person, your mind runs wild, for no reason, because that's your mind. It just runs wild. So then you're thinking stupid thoughts, and then you might go after her for no reason. And then somebody's in jail, and then somebody's in the hospital. So it could be a good thing, because some people are like more, like they can handle it more. I have a feeling that Penny is one of those girls where she can handle it for the moment, and then snap in her head, and just go after Manny for no reason. But it was kind of funny. You see, when Leonard was talking to Manny, she didn't even remember what was going on. So it's like, and she thought it was no big deal. So basically, who she kissed was kind of like Penny a little bit, because every time she gets drunk, she doesn't remember what was going on. So it was like weird. So anyway, I really hope Leonard does not do this anymore. So I think my answer is, I don't think they should meet. I have a feeling, because it kind of depends on the person who you're dealing with, and I believe dealing with Penny, there's no way. Like, Mandy didn't even look like she cared at all. She's just glad that she didn't sleep with Leonard. So I believe that they should never meet, because Penny will just go after that girl, and Mandy looks like she's one of those life-spirited persons where it's like it didn't matter to her. So they should never meet. So I'm glad they didn't do that. So then the next thing on the gender was, found out that Leonard told Howard, and then Howard told Bernadette, because obviously they're married. But then it's a shame, because now Bernadette for 2 years knew that Leonard did this thing. So now the question is, should Bernadette have told Penny this whole time before he even said anything? I believe, this is how I look at it. I believe no. This is the reason why. In the beginning, he did it once. And I'm not saying this is an excuse. I'm just saying, it causes problems. It gives the other person time to tell her, than just having one of your friends, gossip, saying, hey, guess what your man did. And it's kind of, I know it took 2 years, but at least Leonard said it. Now, say for instance, Leonard did that stupid thing. She found out that one time, but then Leonard just kept on doing it. He did 2 other times. Now, that's when you start saying, okay, you know what? Your guy is doing something behind your back, and you got to stop that, or break it off, or something like that. See, that's the thing how I look at it. I'm not no expert. I'm not sure if that's how you do it, because I've only been in one relationship, and I failed at that. So, my thing is, Bernadette she did the right thing and not say anything for 2 years, because it wasn't her business. Her business was with Howard, and making sure that if she heard anything else, then the friend alert would alert her, and got on to Penny and tell her that, guess what, he's doing more things. But since it was just one time, it was no harm in done. I know it's been 2 years, but that was Leonard's problem. It wasn't Bernadette's problem, and it sucks that she's feeling guilty about that. That they would have broke up or something. Would that be even better? I mean, to improve in life, you gotta build. When the problems happen, you gotta build to more. I don't know. Wrong timing. Let's put it that way. So, I believe Bernadette should have said nothing. I'm glad. But now here's the other question now since Bernadette's still feeling guilty, should Bernadette tell Penny that she knew? I don't know. It kind of depends on how Penny would feel about that. Would you want to lose your friendship, or would you want her to, punch you in the nose, or I don't know. I'm making Penny all violent, but yeah, she can be. Don't you remember? She hit Howard for almost kissing her. From the second season when they had the Monty bot. So I believe. I don't know. I mean, if it's really ripping your soul in part, I believe you should just take a chance to let her know and then explain why. Just how I just explained it. Just why you didn't say anything. I mean, and then honestly, would it really change anything? I bet you if she would have said something for 2 years ago, maybe everything would have been okay. But now the problems is here for 2 years later. So I think, Bernadette should just leave it alone unless it's eating your soul. Like, it really guilts you. That means, you know what? Just go and tell her, and hopefully she just doesn't have a swimming arm. Hey, maybe give her a thing of wine. Maybe she'll ease up a little bit. Not get her drunk. She won't remember that. So on both accounts, no. Well then, lastly on the episode. Oh, I forgot. See, I am very bad at this. Spoiler alert for everything. I'm supposed to say that before, but my brain gets so intense, and then when I get relaxed and ease and start talking, then I start forgetting. I was supposed to say spoiler because you guys are supposed to be watching this episode anyway. So I'm assuming you're Big Bang Theory fans that you saw this on Monday. So shame on you for not watching, but shame on me for not telling you that I'm talking about the episodes. So now we're on to Amy and Sheldon. Oh, somebody had a great point. They're when Raj was like in the in the cafeteria or at the comic book store. Where's his girlfriend at? I don't think they broke up. I think he made it more of a dilemma, but, it makes you wonder, she's never in all the episodes, but it just makes you wonder, okay, where's she at? Is she at work? Are you still together? Are you broken up? I know she didn't murder you, so maybe you're still together. So it just makes you wonder. Anyway. Now, the question on everybody's mind is, should Amy go back with Sheldon? I don't know. It kind of really depends how much more you can take. I mean, to me, I don't handle stress well. And after, watching Sheldon go after, he doesn't mean to, but it's just still, her heart is in there, and his heart is there in his mind. It's not like, it's for her, it's for the relationship. It's convenience to me, so I'll just like it for now. That's how I look at it, how he looks at the relationship. That's why he's going all bonkers, because he doesn't want things to change. He wants things to stay the same for his comfort, not for anybody else's. And poor Amy, she's feeling all alone and and heartbroken, and all he can care about is himself, it seems like. But he cares, but it's just that there's just a point where it's okay, you gotta go all in. Come on, man, 5 years of relationship, and then I'm surprised Amy she tapped out that late. Normally she was going to tap out for her 2-year anniversary at the dinner place. So that should have been the first time. But like me, relationships are new to me. So, you don't know what the rules are. You don't know what's going on. So it's I don't know. I believe she should try to get a moment of peace. Maybe she should go away for a month. To actually, or, stay out of contact or something, to where she can think, it's okay, is it better for him to be away from me, or is it better for me to be alone for the rest of my life? But not necessarily. I mean, she's got the dating thing for 5 years, so I think it's great that, she can have an option now, not just saying for the rest of your life, just for the moment or something. Or then maybe, being with Sheldon was a test of maybe for the next guy would be better. Or hopefully, if Sheldon would stop acting like an ass, he could be the better guy. He just got to act way better than he's acting. So for right now, I know she shouldn't go, try to be even like this happening, but maybe if he shapes up, maybe if he realizes that, she's hurting, that maybe that, he's realizing that, it's not all about me, and the relationship doesn't mean me. It means all of us. It means both of us. That's what a marriage is. When you have one heart and you connect both of them together, you are one. Right now, they're just two hearts. But if they want to keep going to the Amy wants to go to the next level. Sheldon doesn't. I guess he's immature in one, but he doesn't know that. She needs to understand that he's a way different person than trying to level up to the next level. I had a thought. So my answer is like no. At the moment, no, but hopefully if Sheldon just wises up and, starts, improving, not changing, improving. See, there's a difference, ladies. Don't change your man, improve your man. If he just improves more to where he cares enough to understand her feelings, then yes, go with that man and stay with him for the rest of your life because you love that man and he loves you, not because it's convenience. I had a thought. Okay, so it's a no for now. I had a thought where Amy, if somebody realized that, I've been realizing because I've been watching Star Trek for a couple of years now, and every time I saw The Next Generation in Data, I saw Sheldon, I saw Deep Space Nine, was it Aldo or there was somebody else, but no, when you see Spock, you see Sheldon. When you see Voyager in Tuvok, you see Sheldon. It's like, his emotions are not there. They're like a Vulcan or an android, and he's not doing it on purpose. That's just how he is. If she would just watch that, maybe she would understand him more if she would compare that to them. I believe that because it makes me smile every time I see all these people, and it's like, oh, there's Sheldon. The writers did it. That's how I look at it. So, yeah, I mean, if she wanted to take the extra mile, but I don't. Every time she probably thinks of Star Trek or Star Wars, she just thinks of that kiddish side of him. That's another thing. Does she really want to change him to get away from Star Wars, or does she want to improve him where she can deal with Star Wars, but at an extent? I mean, I don't think he fully understands that she doesn't like all that stuff, and I'm surprised he's with her. But like I said, he's doing it for convenience, not for anything else. So I don't know. Well, that's all I have to say. I hope you had fun, like I did. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, let's keep the conversation going, even though people are ignoring this podcast. What do you think Bernadette should do? Do you think she should talk to Penny about before 2 years, or should she just kept her mouth shut like I was agreeing, or now since everything came out, she should tell him that she knew since for 2 years. So it kind of depends on what's going on there. You think Penny should meet Mandy? Well, I want to hear that. I mean, if you say yes, give me a reason why. Because, come on, if we know Penny well, it's not going to go well. And then, do you think Amy should should calm down? Yeah, not calm down. Should she rethink her thoughts and try to think on going with Sheldon, or she should rethink her thoughts of getting away from Sheldon? Which one which one is you? Which one do you think you want the character to do? And then, what's up with Rajesh? What's going on with him? No. He's Rajesh, so it doesn't matter. So, what a great episode. I cannot wait for this next episode. The final season of the Fear of the Walking Dead this Sunday. So, keep a lookout, because I'm going to talk about, not about the episode, because, I'm not, well, once again, I'm not really good at talking about episodes, I guess. But it's mostly about a zombie plan. What about, what would go entailed of doing a zombie plan? Where would you be at? What would you grab? How would you do it? Who would be with you? What crew would you want to be on? Hopefully I can get all those answers up, because and everything. So hey, keep a lookout for episode 13. That actually works out because October is coming up in a couple of days. So yes, 13 for October. Oh, I am so excited for October. I cannot wait for it to happen. Oh, yes. Anyway, so you having an amazing day. I'm going to have an okay day because I'm going to the other job, to the other world. I'm going to unplug out of the Matrix and go into the real world where I'm in stress and everything else. Alright, so maybe I should end the podcast later. Hey, that doesn't sound bad. Let me know if this sound annoying. I'll probably forget, because usually I space out these podcast really well. So I don't know. Let me know. People that are invisible, that or non-existent, that don't really watch this thing. What do you think? It's basically the only point of this show is this podcast is just me talking to myself, but out of my mouth this time. All right, bye.
Goalie stop. Hardwick, I love this guy. Do this. Come on. Why, look at my character. Damn. Bam. My name is Dr. Toxic. Toxic.